Say what? Hi, lovely people. I miss you so much, and I know you miss me too. Thank you so much for your prayers. I really appreciate it. I love you all. Say what?
Say yemi aba Hajia 4Real aba bedru o my Ghana mu after say was serving a day and a year was US prison. Abuja obi a o follow channel bia no enim story no say somewhere 2022 e dey e bane dey. In fact Hajia emfa no easy cry about romance scam a chese e ho ntansan ye dey ball no na e was say or serving a year and a day was US prison. Abuja finally we nti wabedru o my Ghana mu na komo bebre e na chese akoso e wo United Show Base e so na che UTV Empress Gifty adoye enkotie nkoma akoso e wo ho aha eye AG gossips mesero se obeche wadwen afa video ho no wi a obeshare so amore bisa etumi aka won subscribe ya mesero pa se obe subscribe no abo adoma ne so se de be ya video bi a ye be drop bia no onsa ebeka enti ma mincha na eti nkoma akoso afa Hajia 4Real ehun yeba yebeto aso
say Hajia 4Real when you ti edidim
amen
because Empress say you chill one first of all you accuse you of a certain crime now you draw na you go court now after you sentence so now you incarcerate wa that's a whole new journey on its own.
It's a whole new journey.
So sign incarceration depending on the sentence I be ma to me I could didi mo na you fi mo just say wo so because prison no e bibia enye bibi obi opepese obeko because of that solitude na nkwa wo mu no we are cut out from friends, family and all that stuff, so it's not a situation anybody would want to be in. It is a situation na ufi mo ba na say na se nkwa na say the man yakọ na Hajia there no I remember set my issue in start here I was very insistent say a mere accusations until you didn't be court a bit she said with different she's not guilty and indeed even if she had the original charge sheet in the US for the by almost 30 were categorically say until the charges on my body and accusations until the court may prove guilty no she's innocent.
Okay.
And so I was very particular and I also said say you accuse no na you finding a guilty then you bit me abon sombo say indeed charges na you be bo nyina wako court with me defend waka say and you say no we are guilty then after the Ghana for should have the vim to actually bash and blah 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 blah. Now I go through all that process but I believe say still na no nyame don because obeka ya tama issue ni see and you man a couple of charges and let me just run you through some of the charges. Okay. Conspiracy to commit wire fraud, that was one. Wire fraud itself, money laundering conspiracy, money laundering itself as a crime, conspiracy to receive stolen money. Yeah, conspiracy to receive stolen money, receipt of stolen money. So charges way you know, it comes with big sentences, like I mean, and yet charges. Yes, and I remember I said your woman in charges. Omoka said she's likely to go in for 10+ years if you're finding her guilty. Now, case let's start here. I don't know who advised Hajia. Or J lawyer or contracted lawyer be a friend Adam Cortez, very popular lawyer.
Okay.
Now, I don't know what informed Omo's decision to go in for Adam, because Adam Cortez is not a very popular lawyer or very influential. It's I was thinking, say, they felt that the influence, no, many in the popularity in Beboah, how the case would go. Unfortunately, if I'm correct, and the first plea or court was not guilty. It's a look at say not guilty there. It means well, I'm a court, the opportunity to sit on the case as far as it as to the letter. I just say, yeah, wow. Whereas also I mean say you want to waste the court's time in deliberating with the case. Yeah, why a son a lawyer to let me see some lady. Let me get her name for you. Yes. I've forgotten the firm. But I was assigned to a certain lady. I'll get the name and send it to you. And I think that was what the smartest mover Hajia in the team. Because lady no assigned name be brave. Now time I was assigned contest to tell lady no. And a lady in the castle court number is 60 days to actually review case. No, say they be more 45 days.
Wow.
45 days no, the lady no magical or no. A bro agreement because charges say they bought Hajia no. Any sentence on a year plus a day no. It means a lawyer no was good. So usually no lesson back when you bit me pick it from where no. It's not about how popular the lawyer is. It's about your work conviction say which me a wow. Like or Joe case ni deem to point say which me I'm maneuvering a way or sentence by point. That's how brilliant that lady lawyer was to beat the case down to a year plus a day. That's massive. You understand where I'm going? Now, see.
Eliano. Is it Miss Eliano?
Yes, Elena. First
The first law firm.
Yes, the first law from Elena. Yes. Now, I did back one a year quite dicey what case when you know. And I'll tell you that the institutions are not more involved in that case.
Okay.
It's because Hajia Nyamedon, FBI, the United States Marshal Services.
Wow.
The National Extradition Unit, United States Customs and Border Protection. Yes. FBI legal attaché in London, because we're Swan or London, and they extradited in the core US. So see the number of institutions are involved in this particular case. And wow, there's a US Department of Justice Office of International Affairs of the Department of Criminal Division. Midonyame. We are you are. There's the Fraud and Cybercrime Unit. So no many wasem. It's for her to actually go and spend just a year based on the crime, any the related charges at the born. And I hope and pray say a best serve as a lesson first to her and to your industry, because story is there for all of us to see. We can go in and read, romance, calm, blah 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 blah. There's an enterprise. We all know the story. So first is to her, and I'm sure, and I pray and know say, and you look up to her now in some of the things she did, because at a point Hajia became the almost the biggest female artist because of songs that were released here. I remember saying the project be released Nini na Ucha video. Nini na Ucha music video. And obey like a yastic. Oh, who the Hajia or release an EP way, which you kind of get it. And see, now sitting back and realize say nothing in where you get. It's a big lesson to everybody else, and I hope and pray say we'll take a cue from the AC and use it in our lifestyle.
For me, I'm excited for her. One of the things I'm really happy for her about is the chance to connect with her daughter again. Because Oba Tanya Wuja Obaho for 1 year. It's not that easy. And I'm not sure, say, I don't know for her though, but I'm not sure, say, Bia, Sa Tibiana no woman, no bepe say Bia ne babe huno in that state. Prison hono kwe said ya hot here in American prison that me who TV so. Amen. And so I don't know what it was like. I don't know the experience she had and all of that. So for me, one of the things I'm also happy for her about is that she gets the chance to, be with her daughter and connect with her daughter and all of that. But one of the points is one I'm person bossuna vida bossono. Last week Tuesday me can PCF a Thursday now me can entertainment review so say Hajia 4Real experience here when you previously her story was she used 100 CD or something to start a business, which na me ne Whitney di ho achi ne Whitney say ye ntro na me so e bi o the 100 na start ye na along the way na e bi a fraud sika ne be ye den e be fam so what I say oh but it's say you proven in court it's established and Halifax is the guy now where was it established it was established in court so I'm like maybe just maybe sa no start ye na bi e be do baby no sa sika we ni ade no e be fam but media me gidi say waba no experience na when ya no any no foot a odi two mebunu no afei no we no so na we so odi two mebunu no fo
and na this
and I make an over and no the attach it on the financial aspect how she can actually make money out of it but I'm also looking at how she can impact yes how she can impact lives with that story. Because Empress, I can tell you for a fact, say it got to a time, Hajia 4Real, no, yeah, young girls need to be now role models. A lot of people looked up to her. So to sell that story of maybe 100 cedi and starting business, and I'm here way, no, see, I establish it, say, and you no cre. Sa.
So I'm making saying you no cre.
Oh, Empress.
Send us 100 need to start here.
Let me know we were not there. It is saying in the SC or court in here because no crest I say you know that's because listen 100 cedi this started business the only business and I mean him say Hajia 4Real here on top of my maybe I know what other business be I don't know she had a boutique yeah na oton tare but if you share sa boutique so obi e nche now we share the lifestyle na no living na perfect combination na emfa what you say entino media me gidi said this experience no e ade obetumi de tu mmebunu ne fo akere omo say usi so a pe bibi fa won saye what ma say usi so a say wa adwene na opese odididi kra na fe didi kwan paso I'm sure that she has a lot to share and send your vida kano it's not about say we be bana we be granted because by this time I'm sharing you about sharing life and color what you say it's not about granting interviews and stuff like that who say me what confirm me there near because ye yin na na ye shipping it by you man you cry won yes but
so they be go through process so to take like 2 hours Thursday.
So let's say Friday.
The sentence may end, but
straight to deportation.
I know.
Uncle baby,
I'm not on a ticket. One-way ticket.
No handcuff.
Until you now straight to airport. You be now plane it to
we say we drew.
Now, say by this time they will share live and color. What they want by the end to me, what you say. But to say Hajia 4Real on fan who trust her. Because she still has to pay restitution of 1.3 million. $1.3 million.
I'm a US for
yes. And you know, and not from sa, but 1.3 in the big deal.
Split.
Say big depend. Say be oba
so
one Christ. I think she's eligible to pay about $150 every month. So bet you.
It's wait there. 1,000 years.
So for me, the Mecca se wabano so no, and young to no so person sadden who shema on no because na oya dear until say a dear way a day ebe boom. But what banny the end say what you know able to be your panachoa Ura studio sharp
come from
that's the song right but sure
Hajia 4Real ye na ye nimu no the first time I met in the time on Amanda issue ne buy you remember on Amanda issue buy and me say na me hu ni da so I saw her Kumasi Sports Stadium one of the Blasters games be and she has a very powerful beauty. Yes, world class beauty.
No one fair.
Yes, so you may be near him say a musician. So you mwana who is a person you get me. Now naturally, she saw na. When you say naturally, she was not born to be a musician. You credit about copy. Now no be a musician, but listen. We share a year
St. Mary's University. Omo London. Omo sports university. Sports university for almost say there are two kinds of players we have in the world in the football. You omo Android, just a phenomenon. Obi e do wo obi ono ma we say naturally the football no wo. E bi say Neymar, Messi, Mone, money you mechanical players. Omo ye sada chire omo anso no bo. Cristiano Ronaldo is one. Thomas Muller, Mone, that kind of they were not born players, footballers, but they were trained to. And according to St. Mary's Sports University for say, they are very clever, they are very sharp. You understand? So at a point, we share passion na o invest wo the career no. Na eye say, me na ye me say obey hit obedu level bi. I can be about this time a year or two ahead of us. It can be crack or do level bi. Now can we say Hajia 4Real can women in act music in this country can be an anchor count. And unfortunately, sad you see the boomer about to come back to FNSS square one. But you see now no the can say why lucky? Yes, of course, why lucky? Because one me say almost see a journal. Me kwana minjini papa. So I had to make Facebook ibia me biano. Now if you say bianco, so now I wanted to be sure. So I double check. Not that check them who say yo it's a real that yeah you know. Why lucky if you say unya issue abrochira enya Ghana die ni bi. Enya Ghana die ni bi etimi you obi wo jail. Ah no tu kwan na records na chase wo da jail ni bia. I'm telling you, the Lord listen. Share Bujubanton had a problem. Look at the time of Dukum. Look at the vibes cattle. Share that Sible Jamra. Share Obidi said Deba is still in jail, right? Yeah, Deba is still in jail. Yeah, Deba, right? And Anajima. They're still in jail. So, what's that? Yeah, but minimum Deba is over jail for 10 years or something. Deba is still in jail. So, by now. So, Kasa why lucky? Why lucky pa? Those are more handled this issue. Said the lawyers and Kofu do work on a banner. They did well to making sure say Hajia 4Real baby. Now one thing I make can say fake for. You can't fake. Let me check it in the year. That's an institutional or me very security institution. Or more for a fake National Center for Receipt and Analysis of Suspicious Transaction report and other information relevant to predicate offenses of monetary laundering, terrorist financing, proliferation financing, and to disseminate actionable intelligence to competent authorities. Sa fiki for ya come say. Omi ankophobia se wunyeska. Omo atimi suspect o. Ene na Mr. Kofi Chumbuafo. Eda o manu sisi ano. Omo na be friend Niama a odi ni birthday year. Be friend. Do you know why they called Niama? Because baby onye ni sika fe. Omo suspect. Tie so omo investigating. Omo na Ghana Revenue Authority. Yes adi ni ye ente sa adi ni bi. Esese sa ba. Because you take a Ghana hasi. Enkophobia no omo koba ye nimom in and out. Just by me carry you. Ye nimom in and out. Minipa bebre minim in and out.
Into him ya in and out.
I don't do any. Oh, that's I know. Yeah, he's a businessman. He's a broadcaster.
Businesswoman.
Sorry, businesswoman and a broadcaster. You get me?
But why am I being cited as an example? No. I want to understand what.
I saw the bitch. Meaning say yeah. Hey, businesswoman. Business. Oh, so. Container. Container beer 5-10 never. You understand? The financial make me the man. Was I a broadcaster? You get me? Make how you should. And to me make me at baby I guesstimate the financial status.
Hey,
oh debit you. There be said, and I'm a choice now. You catch us a quarter private jet. Don't you have to? Suspicion automatically follow you.
Okay.
So I quarter private jet.
Okay.
Me tell you see how they catch me say, my quarter private jet. Anyo I buy private jet by today. Okay. Jamaica waters. Today. It's yes starting here just no man. Yes starting a bit in Nigeria for start here. No mo so kuku no for it. When they started explaining things to people, they don't understand. Obetina obi ane no koba onye adwuma bia o shedem the person will come out one day and you will Okuta Benz. Okuta Benz. Ye misano no nam no koba so your ba ye hu adwuma wo ye. Ah? Ye hu adwuma wo ye. E say there no we don't know. Na omo koba sa. E kwaye e fa so a niama. Ye timi fe niama investigating. Ah? E say e masa de no ekoso. Ne ye hwe. Say e no ma no say na be ya e be discourage enkofo. And there are our youth. The final one is our youth. Already the prisons watch. Yes, it's about 84% of our prisoners are youth. Yes, 86% of our youth are prisoners. The whole Ghana youth. And now here youth policy now is from the 15 years to 35 years. It means that the range between the 15 to 35 years. And the future of this country. Jail. All these things are fake for us to make. And no sad and chair. Say a Criminal Offences Act. We need to say constitutional amendment. We have to make sure we push the Criminal Offences Act to our second cycle schools. Because we second cycle school automatically the person is a youth. So that we can learn and know what is wrong and what is right. If you're able to push these things to the youth now, the panel babontin say oye bibi say wrong on one kasa obehu. How did you that's fine. It's okay. So why you
ya ofemu ni nyene mu no ya me adom odina kono odina ba. It's so unfortunate say at a point na wo all year ne ho eye bibi ma ne ho no na ne past came back hunting her na ne na mane ya no onemu ni nyina no ade bi ewo mu a me pese emebunu ene nipa dodo nyina esua bibi e de free mu se wo ko interview na ye bisa wasem a sometimes aya yenya hye e won nsem a e free ya no ba e mayeka meaning some majority of the people were basing on ensem Hajia e kaye e na dodo na e de e judge no be so ko interview bisanti a photo ben na de be mabuno we babuna you need to work hard and the moment as asem we say buy no then na adwin na ko enti hard work no anyway ana enti we need to be very careful say bisawo in a way no so we need anu year and kasa because I think say last 2 months or so March my birthday me call in some female prisons. I was so sad. Men can say obi because na America men kwa America hono da. But obi hono fi hono ba enye de koso ho nyina no tumi mpo eka. Ba me de me ko hu won san wo mu no. Enya de asebi metamfo krampo me we shema na say wonko. We were talking about acceptance. It's very difficult for people to accept and conform our prisons. Abba. Be a woko ya oba na a reforming in a positive way. But nipana wonon ko hono no onte wase. Some people are very judgmental. Ye share will past na ye dia judge will present. Sa past no was Sunday free home I won't come home because majority of the people are not happy about their past. Basa brand chokonko ka se me ya abofra no na me ye me niema te sa abofra na me nyini ye no de me ye mpenye niema enti asama to no ye this is the time I see ye kire odo e de kire no this is the time the past experience no you see bibi di film na yen so yen told to that line na yen repeat some mistakes in the film ye can say obi tension obeka but se wo komu a even ɛwɔ yɛ secondary schools ne kwampo no bibi ko ba nipadom wo se ne yo yodium asam ne ba ya na obi atwa ho na ka wo ni wunyan kopon. Sometimes you could imagine, you know, the pain Hajia I go through
emotional stress.
Emotionally. It is not easy.
It's not easy.
We are not here, you know, to preach about the past. Say why ya dear, but I don't know a chem. Say ya war bano. Yen child or ye bibia. Yen fa ye ni NDH na support bia. Yen fa man esan say ye ni pay dear and from so e wo ye ho. Na ye te ha sisi ye no obi ani wa wonim de beto no. Ochana bi ani ha. Enti yenye ahwe pa. Ye mani tin kwanyame nkoso a emo ne ho bo ye Ghana ni die. Ye nyina so ye dua eno no ye do no.
Na me one of the people na me pena sempa ne work ethic. O share nyumi asine e feel say
odi agro.
But then o to ne book pair o si studio woni fie. E ko pair voice coach, e ko pair dance coach. Esa twa 7 solid videos for ne nyum ni EP no. Na the title of the EP na here to stay. Inti said na ye kase agro bi no odi no person Charles say o make statement say wa bat na se with a nyum adwuma no. Enye hwe how a premiere videos no nyina oje bibi say cinema na o friend for ben mu say omumba no mumbe che how a or releasing the EP na ye hu bi sada
or the pressure beam.
Yes, na ye hu bi sada and the kind of features or Stone Boy was on there I mean top features no wo ni EP ne so telling you say enya agrobi na odi ena ensem we ko see e sha ase no na ye rumor because na ye san hu no on video no ko oba live e be kasa ne fans interact and I remember one statement you make here say omonto omobo na enche obepie until we sat here and we said say onto ne boase because dynamics no evidence na ye bubom in such reports ni emodunti no on Tony down after that ni yan shada hu videos live videos ni bi me realize say afede de na kwako twiremu ba wa bay empress ye test for yen Ghana for nyina ye prison reformation programs ahodo ayewo obi kodem no ba how are you accepting nipani into your fold no Hajia Day is going to be a test to yen nyina say you be embracing no because obi course prison is supposed to be a correctional facility ebia Ghana hanom na ye wo challenge kakra baby you free bana ye mistress say oba ye accepting and one thing I make catch is say man in ton sa story we emma any YouTuber keke because kwanya ofa so akopie UK how are you che because ye say na of flight mu ye so a how are free UK copy US how are na allegedly you be down 9 ah copy mu a court proceedings and sana ye de wutum 1 year it's a whole a cash cow e sika entima oba on pre ne won kotena interview bia keke say we say we movie out of it do it say we say we throw cooker do it because we saw it with Evan Nelson your misfortune or no feel say atono no or make sika out of it and it's everywhere omo ton sa book no nti best in as much as obia person say the story no on tnas non pe producers papa no tnas no produces something beneficial experience na okom no and they were hard to support our praise obia be embrace now there was another report here cast a name drop B echoes. We don't know how it's going to play out.
Okay.
But in Yanoma,
I mean, yes. She's a human being with or rational or in the Bahamas are from so. But I know some she say obedient from so I am in and DM film. It's a learning curve. Are we perfect? We are not. I don't think so. I don't think anybody is perfect. We all have things we do and we are not proud of. I think at this moment, we're serving a sentence. So the best we can say is, yeah, manakwaba. and we hope, sir, that will not repeat itself again. Who can say be? And I think, sir, that is a good point. Okay, about on cashing out on her experience. People are cashing out on it. I mean, people are saying so. That's kind of small coins. $1 million is not a small coin. Don't lie to yourself. And just to come up with $1 million. I don't think that $2 million was defrauded within a year, and now 2 or 3. It took a long time to accumulate that amount of work. So and yes, kakutua bia obi bet ma sorry I say obenya twa na nene china. So I'll second what she's saying is it's time for her to cash out on that. Maybe a documentary, Netflix movies. There's a lot of movies out there in Nollywood that they are personal experiences of other people. So I know there's
on Netflix,
or she's not bigger than that. Other people are almost channel. I've done it. So I've done it. So she can also cash out on that one. And I think she's a human being to say yeah from so. I mean Jima Wakwaba. A lot of people have gone to jail and are back. I mean, it's a part of life. When you have a mistake, you correct it. Just make sure you don't go back to the same mistakes again. Have I committed crime? I feel I'm not proud of. Of course, I've learned from my mistakes. So but if you are saying, say, oh, fine. No, I mean, we are the tell me what I'm doing is not good. And don't just say. See, this is the funniest part. It doesn't mean, sir, we should justify what people do wrong. All right? Maybe kada ya defraud domino. Sometimes there's someone around. I mean, who will be that? When you are bad. Now, also I go say ska at the soda commando. What's wrong with you? Are you okay? What I say, who will be that? Say, oh, my share as me see you online. And to make I mean, you should learn from all those things. Yeah, to Kobe, way for near to almost says you will almost almost be and Yamasoko. And there are a lot of things that has happened. Are they also defrauding us? The Americans are also doing the same thing from America. Does it happen? They do it to us. And I'm not justifying what she did, but again, what is wrong is wrong. If you don't want to be defrauded, don't be talking to people you don't know online. What I say, and the young ones, say you might be say be let's find something to do. Let's invest in ourselves. There are a lot of things we can also do for ourselves. But that being said, no, wrong is wrong. I hope she has learned from her mistakes. She'll learn from what is going on. And possibly and hopefully, you better accept it. Again, that's one thing that Ghanaians, we need to learn. Acceptance. Sorry, them not bonfire chair, Nyamison Fanchana. Why can't you also forgive somebody else? You'll be born. This is the time, again, like all of them have said, no. This is the time for us all to embrace her as our sister. She has committed a crime. Yeah, accepting the infant, like let's draw it to ourselves. But again, also managers are the enemy.
Mamma in Momo room kuko mudinyeska. And you no more so or more at home kusia. Edinyeska. In mom's almost no mukratete Ghana and on their baby lunes. Mommy and your so be so what the 100 series maybe or start yen will be crowd so no bit on beans and or the Gary go see in check. And on the first $1 million. Easy Obiano call far or sharp brabasi. Will be so or tonton scraps. Condemn, yeah, be and or their baby lone. Obiano coin of fast so Yami Ejina Sudi Shrano. And my money inquest or non quantity and access on an asthma in near the back cancer. But baby, so dear, you're doing why in see, but on my same mind, Yashara ni ID. Embrace.
asem we buy enka we sebi onkoku nipa sebio madaroma onko wi obi ba a romance. What you say? A romance. And a romance is so Sebi. And what's some buy? Yes, mammy, watching Kofusika 2 million one was a year Himetria. Okay. Tis a non quani idea or Didia Cocofes Canoe. Ye no some my in Adrian, but say, a beer, no be a way profitable.
But take your own car.
And you be an who empress who side business over
me. Can me be cry.
Me no empress dies.
Debbie says, "See, I know a cromana. I you. Oh, yeah, list mistake. Obi better. If there are no reason, Tiana, a dear money sikapano onka. Unya kanga. Obi to me shed that fair FDA. 2 car cohort do product coachly. Send the same sample and palawa register. Inti, and never be we are celebrating now, yena. Ebi a coded ebebo ante ebi am feel officer coded one they fetching the money
so
angel
and then nipa o ye entrepreneur bi ti say muna no oh business bi bra ye or normal bi bra ye beside that I even saw her on yeah on one day on one bank group was some so our business bi bra ye. Before I seen your bike, I said no or the Dabe also.
Yeah.
You saw someone.
Yeah,
me na me who be watching water for a side. So she was a hardworking person. I said we buy na if you guys say it's hardworking your name. Ah ye Success has so many friends. Success
so many friends.
So
many I support you.
So you shall see for. So mean the do what obia person you down for. Me I'm so happy for her because look, so unimna you know say we know Shedan can quote na Canada. She's a very strong person.
A very strong person.
Empress, she's a Zongo girl. We're very strong. We know Shedan nya de be buna be man na be man spirit abafo. And na we nya de be mo be bagana no abetete as we work she de be oba mbe mube huni ye ma hekria besa ye next EP ye tizo dogo bi no abe o yakope bia wo debi I know how strong she is and I know how poised she is to move on with a music career and she's going to do it. It's only a temporary setback from last year June up to this time. She's done what she's supposed to do. Yes, say oba ye be man another 3 years of supervised imprisonment to sedeben de baby ofi bibi basa Ghana amuma na mu supervise me. She's our queen.
What are you talking about?
She is going to do what she has to do. She's going to go back to the music and she's going to be bigger than she was. She's not one of the people I wouldn't want to say I dare to man now but Debbie Mona Antisa. Only baby free by ya Kabetias. No, she's been through difficult times. But still standing. I didn't enter fano. The kaka when you memo bosso.
Tenya we ne bebu na bem.
Deni enter for Hajia ho. Deni enter. What in that one boss? All starting you me, Madam Yedin. All starting you me. Deni anye. Yes, Rene sa. Yes, hey. I was a.
I know this.
I don't think it's a good statement.
Madam,
because if the law will work, it must work. She's not unique. You know? No. Let's be honest here.
Unique
on Christian.
Also, what tell you?
Because if indeed that the yes, here was here man in-house supervision from the law, it must be done. What I say? It's okay. Some supervise my say you are undermining the police service or whoever whatever institution that is in charge of, you know.
Allow no. Do I said do can
the phone nyina achre omadwene kama aha na wabayi no enya afi na yeba be ye ena we say dabi I said ye don't di e kai no ewiase obi ani ho a oye perfect nti yenka no eme ye ho na ne music career no entimi ensa enye odibiem e wo yesterday mu ebuja mera wase na mama mbo ene hwe enti finally Hajia 4Real aba be drew eno ho enkomo ena mene won edine bomoden se obe share video yi ama won ebinsa etumi aka midin e de AJ aha eye AJ gossips background